Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the Persuasion Bag of Hacks. If you can hear me okay, please let me know in the chat box because I really do not fancy talking to myself, even though I do that a lot. I do not want to do that publicly. So, okay, I just need to put my phone on. Silent because that's the first thing you need to do. And if you can, in fact, hear me okay. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Vishali. Okay, thank you, Tracy, for validating my existence. Once again, if you hear the strange buzz at the back of this webinar, I heard that. Pardon. Okay, what did you hear that? What did you hear? Yes. Okay, you heard that. Yay. Okay, excellent. You can hear me. I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure you can hear me. And if you hear a faint buzz at the back, it's again because we don't have any electricity. Apparently, the time that I've chosen is a regular power outage. And this is the time that I've chosen for the webinar. But it's okay. I think we'll live through it. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. Thank you so much, Vishali. Thank you so much, Tracy. Your pet wasp. No, not my pet wasp. Rob, oh my God. Thank you so much, Teresa. I don't know whatever I said, but I'm sure, as usual, my weird accent got the best of me, or I probably mispronounced something, which is something that a lot of people who have been following me for a while, they probably know. I definitely did not say anything about my pet wasp. Even, okay. Yes. Oh, no, no, no. You cannot write and listen to me. You cannot do that. No, no, no. Hey, Ida. Hey, Cecile. Hey. Okay, Cecilja. That's just such a beautiful. Okay, I'm going to just call you Ms. Bigsit. That's an easy way to put it because I don't know how to pronounce your name. But if you can put the pronunciation of your name in the chat box, I can try. But even then, there are no promises because apparently I pronounced my son's name wrong. Can you freaking believe that? And I'm not going to go into the details as to why I pronounce it wrong, but it's an Arab name. I'm not an Arab, and apparently I pronounce it all wrong. In fact, I pronounce the name of my husband and my son wrong. So no promises as to how I will butcher your name. Hey, Lorena. Teresa. Oh my God, you're getting coffee. Oh my God. I don't hear anything. Is it live? Yes, it is live. Um, so who corrected me? Everyone. Every time I would say his name is basically On, as in we call it On, but apparently it's not On, it's Aun. So when I used to say On, they thought it was I named my son after an electricity switch, which you switch on and off. And then when they realized that it's actually not on, it's on, people were actually very upset. But anyway, I don't care. Emma got ill children. I'm really sorry, darling. I'm really sorry that your kids are sick. That's probably the worst time for the moms, hardest for the moms. Yes, there is a replay for 24 hours. Take care. Just go take care of the kiddies. It's absolutely okay. Okay, so it's pronounced Cecilia. Oh my God, beautiful name. Hi, Rennie. I think yes, I absolutely will keep it up till the next one. So I'm too lazy to put together 3 different pages for 3 days. So I'm just going to pull this one down when I start the next one. So 23 hours, easy. You have easily 23 hours to watch it. Go watch it whenever you can. Hey, Evelyn. Okay, so Lloyd says, is this class already inside PH Lab? It is going to be inside PH Lab as soon as I'm done. So if you're in PH Lab, you can chill. It is going to be inside PH Lab. So yay. Okay, catch you later. Katana is here. Excellent. Everyone is here. Okay, not everyone, but a lot of people are here. A lot of familiar faces are here, which makes it easy for me to kind of stop rambling and getting started on the actual meat and potatoes. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna take this and just want to make sure everyone is in. And then I'm going to switch to awesome. PH Lab is awesome. Already helping my biz. Excellent. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Lloyd, for saying that. I'm in. Renee is in. Hi, Bushra. Who's this? Nika. Hi, Nika. Hi, darling. Yes, I'm really excited that you caught me live. I feel like a really sexy fish anytime someone tells me they caught me live. I'm like, yeah, they caught me live. I'm a beautiful mermaid. You caught me live. Yeah, I have strange fantasies about my life. I'm sorry. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Peg. Excellent. Oh my God, everyone is here. Okay, let's just switch the screen. Again, apologies. I don't want you to see me looking like someone dumped. There's a lot of people say, they say, when you're sweating, it looks like someone dumped a bucket of water on you. But when I sweat, it looks like someone dumped a bucket of spit on me, because water definitely does not look like this. Because the way I look, it looks like literally someone dumped a bucket of spit on me. And I'm not going to open the video and, kind of traumatize you for life by making you look at me looking like I'm covered in spit. Oh, that's disgusting, but that's exactly how I look, and I don't want to. Absolutely, I don't want to do that to you. Okay, sexy mermaid, yeah. Okay, so switching, closing this, and then switching to screen mode. When you see the screen, let me know. Okay. So if you see the screen that says how to crack the FB group code, get noticed, establish authority, and build your own community, let me know so I know everything is okay. Okay, I'm just looking at the chat box. Okay, you can see it. Debbie says, screen says, please stand by. Oh, that's not nice. It should not say that. Okay, everyone can apparently. Yes, Rob and Peg and everyone. Excellent. All the way from Brooklyn. Oh my God, my Airbnb girl is here. I'm just going to come to New York just so I can stay in your apartment, because you keep telling me how awesome it is, and because I am cheap and I don't want to pay rent. No, just kidding. I just want to come and see you once. I'm totally coming to New York very, very soon. Okay. Excellent. See the screen, everything is okay. I left and came back. I'm good now. Excellent, Debbie. Perfect. Let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop into so we don't have a mind map today. We have a presentation. Um, if you I have so we have a presentation. I'm going to take you through the presentation. I'm not going to, there is no pitch. You already know that the PH Lab is open. It's open for another 24 hours. If you're interested in checking out the PH Lab, you can do that right underneath this video. So I'm not going to waste your time talking about the pitch. Instead, I am going to focus on delivering content on this particular topic, a topic that I've been wanting to do a presentation for a really long time, not because I think I'm some sort of a Facebook group expert, which I'm definitely not. The only reason I've been wanting to do this presentation is because I really wanted to share my take on this. And, it's my own personal soapbox. Okay. And I have FB group questions because I have a group girl. Okay, excellent. Okay. Why does it say please stand by? It should not say please stand by. Monica is here. So if someone can please help out Jenike and tell her, or him or her, yeah, I think it's a her, tell her to refresh the screen, and I am hoping she'll be able to see the actual presentation. Okay. So before you guys ask, let me just tell you, I'm going to put the slides for this in the lab. So I'm not going to be giving you the slides. If you're interested in joining the lab or you're already in the lab, you can get the presentation. It'll be uploaded, the video as well as the slides. It'll be uploaded within the next 2 days. So you can go and access it there. If you're not in the lab, or if you don't plan to join the lab, I suggest you take copious notes, because I will not be sharing the slides here. Yay. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so can someone please tell Jonike, I hope I'm not butchering her name. Okay, excellent. Can anyone please, if you can hear me, okay, just let me know. Guys, can you hear me okay? Or you lost audio too? I can hear you. Perfect. Monica, just keep telling me you can hear me. Thank you, darling. Okay, so please tell Jonike and Lynn if they want to make sure nothing acts up again, they can click on the YouTube icon. Okay, too loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Can I go back? Okay. I don't know what to do. Okay. Typically, when I used to teach at the university, I would tell people, if I go fast, let me know and I'll slow down. But if I'm too loud, there isn't much I can do because that's my regular pitch. I'm really sorry. Okay. Excellent. Rob, I'll try and be a little bit less loud. Okay. And I'll switch on I'll switch off the fan as soon as the light comes back, which is going to happen in exactly 6 minutes. When the light comes back and I can switch on the AC, I promise I will stop shouting. Okay, thank you everyone. Let's get started. Backbone concept one of this presentation that I really, really, really want to talk about, and that is Facebook groups are fickle. If anyone is promising you, or if anyone is telling you that you can build your entire business based on Facebook groups, do not believe them. And the reason I say this is not because, so there are two logics. There is the logic where everyone says, oh, you cannot build your business on rented property. And I understand the logic behind it. I understand that you cannot build your business on someone else's business. So there is that logic. But then there is another logic, which is that Facebook knows how popular Facebook groups are becoming. And because it knows Facebook groups are becoming popular, it's just a matter of time before Facebook implements something that is going to be, because Facebook is all about pay to play. We know that, right? Right now, Facebook groups are free. Right now, it seems like it's the gold mine of getting in front of your ideal audience. But if you are used to only using Facebook, only using free traffic, then your business is going to take a very massive hit the moment Facebook decides that you got to pay to play, even on Facebook groups. So just a kind of PSA, a public service announcement. If you want to buy a course on Facebook groups, go and buy it. Take the advice about how to use Facebook groups, but do not build your entire business on Facebook groups. Also consider supplementing your business with paid social media or with paid traffic, because paid traffic is never going to go away. There used to be what is it called? The AdWords. There used to be AdWords. Now there is Facebook group. Now there is Facebook ads. There is Google ads. There is Twitter ads. There's LinkedIn ads. When you pay to play, there are a million opportunities for you to get traffic. But if someone has planted this in your head that you don't have to pay for traffic, then that ideology fundamentally is flawed. Because there are no free lunches. It is going to go away. And if you do not have a paid strategy in place, you're going to suffer. Also, Facebook group reach is going to change. Definitely, it's already changing. It's going to change further. Facebook group admins, there are Facebook groups that I saw that started off as being promos. Now they are strictly non-promos, to the point where you can't even post an image quote with your name, with your website address on it. They are being so strict about it. So, the rules are going to keep changing. This whole idea of growing your business entirely based on Facebook groups is flawed, because there is no such thing as free traffic, sustainable free traffic. So that's just a PSA that I wanted to share with you before we actually okay. Okay, let's now move to the backbone concept number 2, which is not just about Facebook groups, but about social media in general. But I just want to kind of talk a little bit about why this is important. Now, since we are going to be talking in this particular webinar, we're going to be talking about how to basically navigate this. And I call it the landmine riddled landscapes of social media. Because everyone, two reasons it's landmine riddled. Number one, because there are just too many Me Too's out there. Everyone is shouting, look at me, I'm awesome. And number two, people are just too sensitive on social media. Oh my God, they would just take offense for anything. They would just start lynching you for anything. You can't even You can't even complain if you have been wronged. And that is something that you need to be careful of. Now, what I'm going to share with you today is not just my strategy on how I use Facebook groups and my own Facebook group, but also share with you some of my proven and most highly engaged social media posts, Facebook posts. And you can take inspiration from those to basically decide how you want to create a post that gets people to take notice of you, like your post, have hundreds of comments, clicks, start conversations, respond to your questions, everything. But if you want social media engagement and if you want shareability and virality, then you need to make people feel high. Not that way, another way. You need to make them feel aroused. And this is not something that I came up with. High arousal emotions is something that you should check out the book. It's a beautiful book called Contagious, which is all about how things go viral. And really, this is what it boils down to. If you are going to make people feel aroused and give them a positively aroused emotion, then they are going to like it, they're going to click it, they're going to spread the word about it, and they're going to engage with your whatever you're sharing. Now, if it doesn't do any of those things, then honestly, I see a lot of people say, "Oh, I post so much on Facebook groups and I don't get any. I got one like and one click." Ask yourself this question: what I'm posting, is it creating a high arousal emotion? How do you know whether it's a high arousal emotion? A high arousal emotion, or being in a high arousal emotion, means it's a heightened activity in both your mind and body. It makes you more alert. And the degree of your arousal, it determines your response. Now, if you're very aroused, if you're really excited, you will share it much more. You'll share it on Twitter, you share it on Facebook, you'll share it everywhere. Now, if you're only a little bit excited, the degree of arousal is not that much, then you're not going to share it too much. Now, commenting, liking, sharing, all of these things are only happen when we are highly aroused. Why does Trump get so many shares? Because he is a master of creating high arousal emotions, both negative and positive. Either people look at his stuff and they're disgusted. There is this anger, there is this aggression, this disgust. He doesn't share things that make you feel sad, because sadness is a low arousal emotion. He shares things that makes you feel agitated or excited. Or if you're pro-Trump, it makes you feel excited about the new state of whatever he's bringing. And that is exactly what we are trying to do here. If you really want, now I'm basically highly against negativity on social media, and I don't recommend that you use high arousal, high displeasure emotion. But if you can write posts that create high arousal, high pleasure emotion, it will get shared. Here are a few examples of high arousal emotions. And what's important is that the stuff that is on the green is basically high arousal. The stuff that's in not that is on in red is low arousal. Now, if you share a positive post, make sure it creates a sense of awe or lust or excitement or astonishment or delightment, or delight. But if it makes them feel calm or serene or relaxed or sleepy or content, then you'll probably just get one or two likes, but they're not going to be excited about contributing to whatever you're saying. And I'm just going to take a moment and talk about the posts that I've started seeing on social media, where people write paragraphs and paragraphs about some pivotal moment that they had in their life, or about some epiphany that they had in their business. You read the entire post and you don't feel anything. At best, what you feel is, a calm, serene, positive association with that person. Those posts are not going to get you noticed because they have a low arousal index. You want people to get excited. So some examples from New York Times, the most shared Facebook articles, for example, one of those was photos of Japan before and after the the earthquake and tsunami. There was so much astonishment, excitement to see the difference. There is the excitement about this, one of the highly shared articles was on this article about the funeral dog that mourns the death of a Navy SEAL who was killed in Afghanistan. So even though it was displeasure, there was this element of, this belief or this excitement or this delight. So even though there was sadness, there was also this excitement. So whenever you post anything, please take a moment to read through that post and think, does it create high arousal or does it create low arousal? If you are going to share something that you're absolutely angry about or absolutely feel negative about, then post it in a way that does not make them feel miserable or depressed. Instead, it makes them feel angry or alarmed or annoyed. So that's just one of the kind of rule of thumbs of posting anything on social media. Make sure it has that high arousal emotion. Okay, now how to use Facebook groups. And now I'm going to get into the use of Facebook groups. I think we have the electricity is back. So if you can give me a minute, I'm just going to go on and switch off my fan. Okay, maybe I don't have to because it's still very hot. Okay. Hi, Andrea. You ordered the Contagious book. Excellent. What about high displeasure title that draws you into a blog post that inspires pleasure and delight? Like the dangers of proceed to teach the dangers, you'll be successful at the desired outcome. So since we are talking purely about getting clicks or getting engagement or getting notice on social media, then yes, you can, all you need to do is to get high arousal emotion in the title or in the blurb that you write on social media. Whatever you write on the blog post is something completely different. Whatever point you're trying to make on social media is something completely different. Okay, so how to use Facebook groups. So two things: your own Facebook group, if you decide to create one, and then the Facebook group for others. Now, two categories of Facebook group for others. There are the promo groups and then there are the non-promo groups. And I'm going to talk about each one of these in a bit. So, Katana, to answer your question, the Contagious book is the one that I mentioned just now. This is the book by John Berger where he talks about what basically gets people to share, what creates virality or shareability on social media. It's a great book. Check it out. But bottom line, it all boils down to high arousal emotions that we just talked about. And I promise it's not dirty at all. Okay, now I'm going to share with you my strategy or my approach on Facebook groups and how I use Facebook groups. So everyone has a different opinion, but my biggest pet peeve on social media is when I see the owners of Facebook groups, and these Facebook groups are sometimes people who have thousands of people in the group, and the only time I see the owner of the Facebook group post something is either to, there is the scheduled post asking people to, share a win, or I don't know, there are the scheduled post weekly themes, or they use their Facebook groups to pitch or share affiliate promotions. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but there is this is very different from the way I approach my Facebook group. I use my Facebook group as three ways. I use it as my second Facebook profile. So my Facebook profile has my personal Facebook profile has my colleagues from when I was teaching, when I was a banker, my colleagues from when I was an accountant, my students when I was teaching MBA, my clients from when I was doing consulting, and my existing clients. It's a really mixed bag. And there are a ton of, and a lot of my family members, including my in-laws. So there are a ton of things on my Facebook group, on my Facebook profile that I cannot share because it's just, it's just a mixed bag. There are a lot of judgy, weird people on my Facebook profile. So I use my Facebook group as my second Facebook profile. So there are things that I post in my Facebook group, and I'm going to show you examples that have nothing to do with my business. But I post them there because I want people to see the side of me that they do not see on my business page and they do not even see on my personal profile. So if someone likes my brand, someone associates themselves with my brand, sorry, they would love to hang out in my group because I post all these weird, wonky updates about my life. The other way that I use my Facebook group, and something that I encourage everyone to do, is to treat it as a community to rally up against a certain idea. Now, this is something that I only started doing recently, and I recommend that you do that. Now, what this would do is there will be people who will basically tell you that you are being really wrong, but that's okay. But if you have a really strong point of view about certain thing, if you want to kind of cast your kind of draw your flag and say, this is my point of view, put the stake in the ground and say, this is my point of view about a certain thing, then your community, your Facebook group is a great way to do that. This is basically controlled polarity. So you are trying to create polarity, and we all know polarity sells, and I'm going to show you examples of how I do that in my own Facebook group. But do that, because it will draw people who are of the same opinion closer to you, and people who don't have the same opinion, they will begin to see you in a new light, because they will realize that you are someone who has really strong opinions or strong point of views that may or may not be the point of views that they are familiar with. And I'm going to tell you a story when I show you some of those posts that I made in my own group. The third way that I use my Facebook group is to treat it as my own personal sounding board. So I share things and I ask people's opinion. I share things and I poll them on their opinions. I share things, take their likes and dislikes on a certain thing. And I have used this in a lot of ways, not just for my business. So not only do I poll them on for example, on my podcast name. So when I was deciding the name of my podcast, I put in a quiz in the group. I don't not only use it for this, but I also use it for things that may or may not be related directly to my business. Okay, I have a few questions. What would work best for selling to a bunch of people in the near future? Gather them on a fan page or Facebook group. So Gianni, to answer your question, you cannot gather people on a Facebook page. There isn't a sense of community on a Facebook page, primarily because it is open. A Facebook page is public. Everyone sees what you post. People are not going to share their deep, dark secrets with you, or you cannot completely be yourself. There is no community feel on a fan page. The other thing is that a fan page, obviously the reach is much lower. In a Facebook group, there is a community feel. So if you ask me which one is better for selling, both are better for selling. But one is selling in a different setting, in a page setting, in a business setting, and the groups are there where you're selling in a community setting. So that's what it boils down to. Whether you want to sell in a business setting and then obviously pay money to reach people, or do you want to sell in a community setting? Elise, I hope I'm not butchering your name. What will be the key to drive people to a company website or consultant website? You create materials, but people are looking and downloading your materials, but no response to provide any service. So to answer your question, I don't think the solution in your case is a Facebook group. I think what you need to figure out is how to get people to opt in to your website. So I think what you need to do is to make sure when people come to your website, when they are, okay, I'm just going to use Ellie. Excellent. When people come to your website and they opt in, first you need to make sure they opt in, and second, once they've opted in, you need to make sure that you have some sort of a email sequence that encourages them or nudges them to sign up for your service. People are not going to sign up for your service on their own. You need to convince them to do that, and you should be doing that through your follow-up sequence in emails. My Evelyn is saying my Facebook group is growing and it wasn't vetting people. Now I'm asking for their Airbnb listing, but people wanting to join aren't answering their message. What I would do, Evelyn, is I would create the Facebook group. I would let it grow to a certain size. And once you've grown to a certain size, I would not, I don't know what the number is, but I would not start vetting people until, for example, I have 1,000 groups and people in my group. Because even if they don't have Airbnb listing now, maybe they will have an Airbnb listing. Maybe they are interested in having an Airbnb listing. Maybe they had one and they closed it down because they were not getting any results. So for example, in 60-second persuasion, I would not want to vet people and only include those who have businesses. Even if they don't have businesses, maybe they want to start one. Maybe they started one and failed. So I would not get into the vetting. I would do that just to get people to be, a part of a part of the community, I will segment them, but I will not throw them out just because they don't have a listing. Sherry is saying, how do you get them to engage? I'm getting to that. Okay. I'm going to show you examples. Okay. Now, how do you grow your Facebook group? 5 ways that I have done it. When someone signs up for your email list, on the thank you page and in the welcome email, invite them to sign up for, invite them to come join your Facebook group. If you have an email signature, you can put your free Facebook community, link to your free Facebook community in your email signature. I have that as well. If you're doing podcast interviews or summit interviews where people will ask you, where can we find you? Don't just give your website address. So what I like to do is I like to tell them, you can either Google me or find me on the persuasionrevolution.com, but you should also come join my free Facebook community called 60-Second Persuasion, da 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 da. So talk about, pitch it just as you would pitch your website. You can also give people some sort of an incentive for joining. I had that for a while and then I removed it because people were abusing it and plagiarizing it. But you can give them an incentive, put a special training or a download or a PDF in the file section in the group. And when someone gets on your list, or for someone, whatever, in the podcast interview, you can say something like, join my free Facebook community. And once you join, go to the file section because I have a free gift for you, etc., etc. That really gets people, that incentive really gets people to join. And last one is Facebook ads. Typically, Facebook ads, they do really well for me, Facebook ads, because all you need to do is to just write a Facebook post on your page and then just create a page post engagement ad, run it for, I don't know, $2 a day, $5 a day, whatever, and you will add new members. Just make sure to position it to the right people. Just make sure you position it to the people who you don't just want irrelevant people joining. So make sure that you create your page post engagement ad inviting the right people. So maybe something, attention small business owners, or attention Airbnb hosts, if in case of Evelyn. Okay. Who would a Facebook group not be good for? When would you decide not to create one of your own? You would decide not to create one of your own if your people are, if you are in a situation or you are selling something where people are not comfortable sharing their stories in a group. So for example, you are dealing, your clients are dealing with emotional trauma, or they're dealing with something which they are very secretive about and they don't want to, I don't know, it could be snoring, it could be smoking cessation, it could be anything where people are embarrassed or not comfortable being a member of that community. That is a situation where you would not do it. Okay. Can you repeat how to use Facebook ads for groups? How to use Facebook ads for groups? Yes, just create a page post engagement ad. Make sure that your page post engagement ad qualifies the people that you're targeting. So in my case, it says, I have 2 or 3 running, but one of the ads says, attention small business owners struggling with persuasion and negotiation, etc., etc. So just use that line so you don't attract the wrong people. Okay. Okay, so Lloyd is saying she's having trouble engaging. A lot of people are telling me they're tired of Facebook groups. People have issues with engagement. I think it's because people are not using Facebook groups the right way. But I am not going to dismiss the idea that Facebook groups are being less effective than they were 6 months ago and a year ago. It's becoming less effective because everyone is doing it. And when everyone does it, it stops working. But the strategies that I'm going to share with you in the rest of the presentation, they will definitely help with the engagement. There are specific posts that I am sharing from my own launches, from my own posts that do really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing those. I think, Lloyd, that's totally going to help you as well. Okay, so let's get that started. So now let's talk about the other groups. So if it is a promo group, if it's a group that allows you to promo, how do you show up? And this is my formula. My biggest formula is to give a compliment. And it's kind of weird, but I don't know why not enough people do it. You join a new Facebook group, it has 20,000 people or 10,000 people, 9,000 people. 60-Second Persuasion has almost 9,000 people, actually more than 9,000 people. Everyone loves flattery. People love when you flatter them. And psychology, research in psychology shows that even if people know that you are using flattery to get to them, they still are affected by it. Even if they know you're using flattery, it still works. Flattery works. Give the owner of the group or the community a compliment. When you join in the first 1 or 2 months, give a compliment. Talk about one thing that you like about that community. Talk about something that you notice in that community. Talk about how the owner is running that community and how impressed you are with it. Because honestly, if you don't like anything about that group, why are you even there? People love those compliments. Do it. Please do it. Number two, a power introduction. Now, a power introduction does not mean that you just put your picture and then you talk about your business and you basically say, this is who I am, this is what I do, drop a link to your website, and then just, that's not a power intro. I'm going to share with you my example of a power intro that not only got me a lot of engagement, but the owner of that group mentioned my intro post in a podcast with Amy Porterfield because she was so impressed. I'm going to show you that post. So when someone says Facebook groups don't work, it's because everyone is doing the same dang thing. If you don't do the same thing, if you do something different, and I'm going to show you examples of how that works, I'm going to it's totally going to work. Then three types of gives. Just because it is a promo group does not mean you promo. Please, just because 60-second persuasion allows you to promo, and I'm going to talk about why I allow people to promo, why it is I allow people to promote their stuff. It's because I promote my own stuff in the group. And I don't think it's fair or honest or justified on my part to share pitch after pitch in my group and then stop others from doing. How can I have double standards? I cannot have something. If it is okay for me, why is it not okay for someone else? I'm not special. So I have these rules, and there are other promo groups as well. But just because a group is promo does not mean that you abuse it. The best way to do is to give three types of gives. Now, the first type of give is where you post an advice, not a link to your group, but just an advice, a tip or an advice. The second type of give is where you don't create your new post and basically go and support someone else. Someone talks about their win, or someone talks about their struggle, or someone talks about something that they're struggling with. Take a moment to support them. The third type of give is where you contribute to a discussion. So what I think people do is, and then they complain Facebook groups don't work. What they basically do is, they would go in a promo group, they would like a few posts, they would say, good job, congratulations on a few other posts, and then they post their pitch. I am watching. People are watching when you do this. That's not a give. The give is when you contribute to a discussion, when you support someone, whether they're struggling with, you try to support them, you give them advice. And then when you make a post pitching whatever you're pitching, no one is going to dislike it. People are going to love you for it. The person you supported, or the person that you had a discussion with, or person whose post you contributed to, they are going to engage with your pitch because now they're returning the favor. It's as simple as this. And I don't understand why people think it's rocket science. It's not rocket science. If someone is teaching you anything else, it's all bullshit. This is what it boils down to. Give three types of things: give advice, give support, and contribute to a discussion. And then ask for whatever you're doing. Okay. Now the watch out. Be mindful of the norm in the group. There will always be a tone or a point of view or length in the group. And I don't understand why not enough people are careful of that. If a group is all about short and punchy, don't put a dang blog post in that group. It is going to be ignored. Take it from me right now. It is going to be ignored. Number two, the tone. And I'm going to share with you a personal story of how I messed up when it comes to tone. So when I just started my business, I had I had an email that had a few cuss words. It basically, the subject line said, "Hey yo, persuade like a mofo and sound like a darling." And then the email body basically talked about, if you're sitting on your ass all day and you're really tired. So it had the word mofo, it had the word ass, it had the word shit or something. The email converted really well. So I took a screenshot of that email and I posted it in a few groups. One of the groups that I posted in was extremely anti cussing. And I had a massive backlash on that post because people like, don't you know how much they had a point of view, really strong point of view, the owner and the members of the group. My mistake that I didn't know that. Be mindful of that. My mistake, I've learned now, before I post anything, I take a moment to look at the tone in the group, the point of views that are in the group. Another example. So I messed up twice. One with the cursing thing. The other was when I had a social media post. And again, these are not promo posts. These are just engagement posts. I had a blog post. I had a post that was about, I basically talked about, how sick and tired I am about people basically doing webinars and not delivering any value. And you show up to a webinar and it's just a pitch fest. People spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes talking about how they went from rags to riches. And I basically it was a rant. Again, it did well in some groups, but in one of the groups, I did not know that the owner of that group actually did those kind of webinars. So it was my mistake. It's not their mistake. I didn't have a backlash, but when I realized it, I went ahead and I removed that post because I realized that I cannot go into someone's house and take a dump in their house. It's my point of view. But if it is not aligned with the point of view or the tone of that group, then I should be respectful of that. Okay. Now, if we're going to talk about groups that are non-promo, again, give compliments, have a power intro, give advice, give support, contribute to discussions. And then when it comes to your ask, make sure that the ask that you are putting is not an ask where you put a link to your blog post or a link to your website. Make sure that when you are putting an ask, it is positioned as an opinion. So I see this, I see people do this, or I see people do this, and I see people struggle with this, and this is basically my stance on this. Share your opinion, make sure it is aligned with the opinion of the group. You don't want to go into someone else's house and take a dump in their living room. It's not okay. It's not okay in real life. It's not okay in online business. Don't do that, but share your opinion. If people like what you're sharing, they are going to come and find you. Make sure your personal profile is linked to your business page. I have had posts, and I'm going to share with you lots of examples where I've had thousands of likes on my non-promo group posts. And then those people, they followed my name, they friended me, they came to my Facebook fan page, and they told me, we found you because you made that opinion post in a certain group. Trust me, people will find you. Also, when you put a post, another ask post could be support. So, I'm doing this and this and this. I would love for you to tell me it's going to be okay, or my launch is going to be okay, or send me some good vibes for my launch, whatever. So ask for support. Again, the watch out here is be mindful of the norm in the group regarding the tone, regarding the point of view, and regarding the length. Are we good so far? How are you liking this so far? Is it because I haven't attended any webinar or any training or anything on Facebook groups, so I don't know what everyone else is teaching, but is it the same kind of thing that others are teaching, or did you find something new in here? Did you find something that's of value, something that you can use in your own groups, or is it the same what everyone else is doing? Okay. Members of other groups say they are tired of joining groups. How can I differentiate mine? You differentiate yours by differentiating yourself. If you are interesting, if people find you interesting, they're going to join your community. So it is all boils down to your brand. Susan is saying, connect your personal FB page to your Facebook group. No, connect your personal Facebook page to your business page, which means they will go like your page and then they will get basically in your funnel. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. I bought a Facebook group class and yours is better. Thank you so much. Okay, something new as always. Nika is saying, I love you, Nika. I love you too. Okay, excellent. I brought a Facebook group class that sucked. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna no, Lynn, don't worry. I'm gonna share with you examples right now. I think yours is pretty unique. Thank you so much, darling. Okay, now I'm gonna share with you examples of my own posts. First, I'm gonna share with you examples of the posts that I made in others' groups, and then I'm gonna show you the ones that I post in my group. This is a compliment. Give compliments. I go into Jill Stanton's group. What do? I tell her that I've seen so many Facebook groups, and when I look at yours, you have really created a truly vibrant, engaging, and kick-ass community. All my hats off to you. Not only I'm giving her a genuine compliment because I know she takes great pride in her community, and it is a great community, but I'm also giving a compliment to the community. What happens? I build a personal relationship with Jill. We are dying to see each other in Toronto because we have built a relationship. And now when I post something in the group, what happens? Will be the first one to like it because she knows that I like her. And when we like people who like her, we like people who like us, right? That's a fact. We like people who like us. Okay. Next up, look at the one on the left. This is the intro. This is basically one of the things, a game that I play also on my webinars. It's great for engagement. When I posted it in Jill Stanton's group, not only did she engage with it, everyone in the group engaged with it. Jill Stanton went on to a podcast with Amy Porterfield, and she mentioned me because of this post. How does that happen? It happens because this is different. It happens because I'm doing something which not most people don't do. They would come and they would just post, I'm this and I run this and this is my website and this is me, and they would post a picture of them looking all pretty or sipping a glass of champagne. Look at this, no picture of me. I'm linking to my fan page, yes, but then I am playing a game. It's a game, and it got a lot of engagement. It got me a lot of people it got me a lot of engagement. Next up, this is again something that I posted in a group, and I just want you to take a moment to look at the likes. I don't place a lot of value. Okay, it's a lie. I do place a lot of value on the number of likes. Okay, I was gonna lie, but I realized I shouldn't be lying in my own dang webinar. Okay, I place a lot of value on likes. I am a narcissistic bitch, and you can kill me for that. But I was really impressed. This is not my own group. I post maybe once every 2 months in the group, but look at this. I got 743 likes and about 126 comments in a group that's not my own, because I am sharing the good, bad, and ugly about my launches. No link, nothing linked to my website. And this is the post that at least 20 people emailed me or inboxed me and said, we saw your post in this group and we loved it so much that we joined your list, and we basically love you for joining your list. And those people then became friends and clients just because of this post in a different group. Now, next time someone tells you Facebook groups don't work, show them this. It works. You just need to know how to play the game. Next up, again, I posted this in a group. And what am I doing here? Someone posted spam in my group. I responded to that, and then I took a screenshot of that conversation. So basically, this woman, she said, "Oh, my name is Donna. I just posted my first porn video on my Facebook profile," and I said, "You know, I'm a 37-year-old mother of two, and the only porn I crave is the one where my husband and I go to bed at 9 and wake up after a full 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep." It was really funny, and we basically had a lot of fun. Marcella and I had a lot of fun on this chat, on this kind of this group, this thread. So I took a screenshot and I posted it in another group. Now, I'm not promoting, I'm not pitching, I'm not doing anything, but it's amazing how many links and how many likes and comments it got, because it is truly engaging. Okay, I am going to come answer the questions in a bit. Nika says she totally remembers when that porn spam happened. It was amazing. And it stopped after that because I think the community was like, you know what, just don't go in. There's this crazy psycho women there who make fun of posts. But anyway, this was really funny. Another post here, 327 likes, 69 comments. My new website came out. I didn't put a link to my website. Instead, I put an image to my website, and then I basically started sharing the things that I did not do. So it wasn't a thing about, oh, I got this many likes, or sorry, I got this many subscribers and I made this much money, and I closed a $5,000 client and I made $1 zillion in my underpants. It wasn't. It was a post that was really raw, and it talked about the things that I didn't do. I didn't have a team, I didn't have a professional website, and all of that. It really resonated with people. This is also one of those posts. Again, 184 likes, 31 comments, not my own group. And it basically talks about, again, there is no link to my website, but I'm talking about all the things that are imperfect about me. People really relate to other people who are imperfect because everyone is just kind of playing this, oh my god, look at me, how awesome I am, and I made this much money, and look at me sipping wine on this I don't know, this secluded beach, sitting in my rhinestone bikini with a feather up my butt, whatever. I'm not doing that, and therefore I get noticed. You need to appear a bit flawed because that is charming, that is endearing. People relate to you more. This one actually is something that I posted in my group, where it's very recent. It was yesterday, where basically when I said that I treat my Facebook group as a community, something, my own sounding board, where I'm frustrated with something or I'm sick with something and I want to share it, I will go to my group and share it. So I basically talked about someone who stole from me, and there was a lot of engagement. A lot of people posted comments. They were really furious. It was a way for me to rally up my community against the idea of plagiarism, right? This is what I'm trying to do. And then I also posted an update where I basically said that, whoever stole from me, she posted an apology. This is the kind of post, the one that you see on the left, where I am rallying people against a certain point of view. And what this post did, it got a lot of people really angry. Not a lot of people, a few people angry, because I knew that there are a few people who belong to that mindset who will be pissed off with me, and that's okay, because there are going to be a lot of people who are going to agree with me, and that is exactly what I'm doing now. How many people, I just want to kind of take a moment here and do a poll. So I'm sure you're in a lot of Facebook groups. How many Facebook groups do you see who do these kind of things? Who share a post like this, or who share a post about the one that I shared before about the vulnerability of their business, or who share a post about someone stealing from them, or who share a post which is this one of me being silly with my, okay, I look possessed, but this is me. I posted this on August 14th of me just being silly with my son. How many people, how many Facebook groups do you know where this happens? Just let me know. 2, 3, 4. How many Facebook groups? You're in a lot of Facebook groups. How many groups do you see people do this? Lloyd says 0. Ellie says none. I don't know who, but I'm sure there are some groups that are doing it, not many. And then Andrea is saying not many, a couple. I'm really glad that a couple are doing it. But here's the thing, because not many people are doing it, that's why you're going to stand out. If the only posts that, as an owner of a Facebook group, the only posts that you're posting in a group are automated, share a win, share your goals, share your biggest fuck up, share your biggest mess up, share your biggest, I don't know, victory, all of those automated posts, then it's going to get very, very tiring very, very quickly. Okay, excellent. Tanuja is saying 3. I'm very glad. Okay, nope, just show yours. A couple. Okay, so there aren't a lot. So Johnny K is saying it's on Leonie. I'm glad. Oh, I'm not in. Actually, I'm not in Leonie's. Her name is Leonie, right? I don't know what her name is. I see her around, but I'm not in her funnel. I'm not in her group, so I don't know. But I'm really glad people are doing it. More people should be doing it. More people should be treating it like a dang community. If someone says this is a professional group, whenever you make some jokes, they say it's a professional group. Ellie, you need to break that mold. And if it's a professional group, trust me, there are people who are looking to have some fun in a professional group. So start your own dang group and then have fun. Next one, where I was doing a podcast and I did a poll, and where I said, this is what. So what does this post do? I'm not only polling them, I'm not only taking their opinion, but I'm also teasing them about what's coming. I see people, they have their podcast or their interview or whatever. When it's about to come out, one fine day they will come and they will say, oh, this is out, go check it out. But you can also tease people about it. You can excite them about it. And this is how you do it. You not only engage them, you don't not only ask for their opinion, but you also get them all excited about it. Okay, 2 posts recently from yesterday or day before. Look at this. One of this is a sneak peek. The other one is where I'm basically saying, 8,999 members. Stop kidding me, Facebook. I can't eat or move or pee until I get to 9K. Slow torture. What am I doing here? I'm sharing my real personality here. I'm treating it as a community, not as a place where I go to sell my stuff. So stop treating your groups as a place you go to sell your stuff. This one, I cannot post it. This video I cannot post on my Facebook profile because my son is going to kill me. But I can post it in my free Facebook community because my in-laws are not going to see it. My husband is not going to see it. My parents are not going to see it. His friends' moms are not going to see it. So it's okay. And it gets a lot of traction. People like you, although I look like I'm possessed, but this is how it works. Okay. So I'm just going to wrap this up. I know we have 6 minutes left, and I'm going to share with you a few proven formulas. And these proven formulas are the ones that got me a lot of traction in both my own community and in other communities. But before we do that, Susan is saying, love your crazy videos. Thank you so much. Evelyn says, the amazing thing is what gets me the most engagement is when I post about a bad review or a fuck up. Yes, that is exactly because people want to engage with a real human being who has real issues, not someone who's picture perfect, not someone who always has nice and fancy things. Okay, so how are we doing so far? Do you like it? Are you ready for me to share with you the formulas? Yes. Let me know. Yeah, I'm teasing you a bit. I know that you're ready. I know that you're excited, but I'm just gonna tease you a bit. And then I'm going to share it. So yeah, massage my ego a little bit. Tell me you're loving the webinar. Tell me you find it of value. And then I'm going to share this. Connection. Okay. Yes, connection. Absolutely. Excellent. Yes, please. Oh my God, my ego. Okay. Thank you so much, darling Tanuja. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, everyone. Go. Naughty. Yeah, listen. I haven't met my husband in a month. I need to take this naughtiness out on someone. Bear with me. It's okay. Okay. I'm going to go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. You teaser. Yes, I'm a teaser. Okay. So what you see on the left, and forgive the template because it looks really shitty. What you see on the left are posts that are engagement posts. What you see on the right are posts that you can use as pitch posts. So you can tweak them to use as pitch posts. I've used the same posts in promo groups and in non-promo groups. If it's a promo group, obviously you can put the link. If it's a non-promo group, then you can tweak it a little bit and then post it. The ones on the left, like for example, share feeling photos. Now, pictures that have nothing to do with your product or business, but they activate a certain switch. Now, if you're not familiar with the switch, I have something called the mass persuasion method, and there are 8 persuasion switches. And I'm just going to quickly go through those switches. I don't think we have time to actually get into those switches. Maybe we can do another session for those switches. But basically, there is the prestige switch, the believability switch, the curiosity switch, urgency switch, edutainment switch, parity switch, and one more, relatability switch. So post feeling photos. I don't understand why people would post a picture that's just of them smiling into a camera. and it has nothing to do with the post. Instead, post a picture that has a feeling. It's a picture maybe of you laughing like a crazy person with your children, or of a picture of your kid sitting kind of sad, or picture of you being sad, or a picture of you on your crowded desktop or something, that has something. And but share a feeling photo, share a photo that makes people go, aha, I can relate with this. But a picture of you looking all beautiful or sipping a margarita on the beach, it does not make people go, aha. It just makes them go, okay, either it goes, oh my god, she's so pretty, or oh my god, how many of those do I need to see? um okay. I'm going to come back to questions at the end, because I just want to finish this and let people who have to go so that they can go. Next up, the crystal ball post. Instead of just giving a typical tip or a typical hack or typical advice, or mini blog post, which I absolutely do not like, put a crystal ball post. Be brave, grow up here. Make a prediction on what's in store for your niche or your industry, like I just did. What if I'm proven wrong? I just made a prediction at the start where I said Facebook groups are not going to be free for a very long time. It's going to be at a point where your visibility is going to go down, the engagement is going to go down, and then Facebook, because Facebook wants you to pay to play. Now, even if I'm proven wrong, so what? Just by putting a crystal ball post, just by making a prediction, you are establishing yourself as an authority. How did Gary Vee become Gary Vee? By making all those predictions and then coming back and telling people, see, I was right when I made that prediction. Make a prediction, put crystal ball posts. They do really well. 5 weird things about me. Share some things that are not commonly known. Ask people to share theirs. Don't post things that everyone knows about. Post things that are not on your about page, that people don't know about you, really rare, and then ask people to share theirs. You can also post photos and ask people to come up with creative or funny captions. If you have kids or pets, I am pretty sure you have a lot of pictures where you look at the pictures like, oh my God, this could have a crazy caption. Put those pictures. You don't have to Google pictures. Put your own pictures of you making a funny face. I actually posted picture of me in the middle of, so it was a video screenshot. So, I when I'm talking, all my face is involved when I'm talking. So, I took a screenshot and was like, caption this. And I had like, I don't know, 200 comments, 100 comments, because everyone wants to be the smart one who can, who would want to caption it. Okay. The ones on the right are the ones that you can do when you are trying to establish your authority or you're trying to pitch something. So the next 10 minutes, give people a list of things that they can do in 10 minutes, and then you can add buying your product or checking out your blog post as an option. So great post, gets a lot of engagement. Instead of just saying, I wrote this really interesting blog post, check it out, or check it out my new podcast episode, put in those things. So if I release a podcast episode that's 20 minutes, I can actually say something like a list of things that you can do in 20 minutes, put down a few things and then say, or you can just go check out my podcast episode and then, basically give them the benefit. Next up, you are missing out. This is the kind of post that you're sharing. So if you have love notes from your buyers or from your people who have worked with you and you have testimonials, put it in the group and say something like, this is how life is with my product or service. I love waking up to these testimonials or these, whatever the thing is. Again, it's not explicitly pitchy, but it establishes your authority. Next one. What can you do with certain dollars? I did that a lot when I created my first product. It was $47. I posted it in a group and I said, what can you do with $47? I put in a few things, put in my link. It was a promo post. And I had a ton of sales just from that post because it was a small price point and because the post was catchy. Okay. Next up, break some news. What you can do is you can put Google alerts for your industry keywords. So just go to Google, put an alert for whatever your industry keyword is. And then when you receive those alerts, you can break that news. You can be the one who's sharing the breaking news about the industry. People will start looking at your post and thinking, oh, whenever she posts something, it's always useful because she always has the breaking news. This is how you want your post to be associated. You can also post a fact or fiction question and let people guess whether it's a truth or a myth. So works really great in health industry or weight loss industry. Post something, 2 or 3 things, and then say, guess which one is the fact or which one is the fiction. Again, establishes yourself as an authority. You can poll people, you can quiz people, and then obviously prove your genius, because you can quiz them about something that's really tricky, and then basically prove your genius by giving them the answer. You can also share good words people have said about you, taking screenshots with the names blotted out. You can create a quiz about people, or use an existing one. Create a quiz that defines their personality type. People love personality type quizzes. You can post screenshot of an interesting social media conversation about your product, or your service, or any you can post screenshot of any interesting social media conversation, like the one where I posted saying how to handle spam in your group. It was an interesting social media discussion. I took a screenshot and I posted it in a different group. Again, works really well. So how to get the most out of Facebook groups? To wind this up, put calendar reminders. So on launch days, if you're not launching, if you're not launching anything, but you just want to get more visibility in Facebook groups, put calendar reminders. So when I was doing this, when I had more time, I had calendar reminders, because I had a reminder that went on at Friday 10 a.m. because I knew that a certain group allowed promos on Fridays. So I would post promo on Friday, this group 10 a.m. and then on Wednesday I would put non-promo, something like that. So put calendar reminders so you know which group you need to post on and what you're going to post on. So you don't have to go back, check the rules, look whether it's promo or not promo. Just make a list and then put calendar reminders. During launch days, my only one launch is the one where I heavily used Facebook groups. And that launch was last year, July, EPS 1.0. And what I did was I created a spreadsheet with a list of 6 to 7 groups that I will be promoting in. I so I created a spreadsheet. I assigned days to each group, decided what I'm going to post in on each group, again, respecting whether it's promo or not promo, printed that spreadsheet out, put it on my office wall, and I knew when I had to post in which group. Also beware of the buffer overkill. If you're buffering or scheduling your social media posts, do understand that when buffer posts 3 things at the same time, people can see it. People on your timeline will see Bushra Azhar posted in 3 groups and it looks really shitty. So don't post all your updates at the same time because it looks really spammy and really shitty. Don't post the same thing in 2 or 3 groups at the same time. Don't do it. People can see it. It looks really shitty. Make friends. If you're open to being friends with people in the groups, when you start getting more visible in Facebook groups, people are going to send you Facebook invites to be friends with you. Become friends with them if you're okay with it, because when you're friends with someone and that friend posts something in a group, other friends can see it. If you're not friends with anyone, then they will not be able to see what you post in a group. But if someone from a group actually is a friend with you, they will be able to see your updates in the group first of all. So if you're open to being a friend with someone, do that. Now, the way I do it is I've created lists in my Facebook profile. So in your personal Facebook profile, you can create lists and then you add people to a certain list. So your business associates can go in a certain list and that list can only see certain things. Your family can go in a different list and that family list will see different things. So you can always somewhat protect your privacy by creating lists. But again, that's another topic for another time. And last one is spend 10 minutes 3 times a day. So in my calendar, when I'm not on vacation and when I'm not launching, in regular days, what I like to do every day, I have 10 minutes in my calendar 3 times a day where I just go in a random group, either give or support or start a discussion or post something for my group as well as for the others. Don't do it all in one go. Spread it out. Spend 10 minutes 3 times a day. And I promise you, people are going to love seeing your posts because, and there is the risk of you spending way too much time. So if you want to make sure you don't spend too much time, start a timer, 10 minutes, 3 times a day. What I like to do is I go in 10 minutes and then in 10 minutes, I will answer a few queries. Next 10 minutes I will go and start an engagement post. Next 10 minutes I will go and do something else. Don't spend hours in groups because it's a never ending rabbit hole. Okay, let me look at the questions. Thank you so much, people. Just a reminder for you guys, the Persuasion Hacks Lab is open for the next 24 hours. If you're interested in checking it out, you can do that on the link underneath this video. This presentation is going to go in the Persuasion Hacks Lab along with the replay after 24 hours. If you're interested, you can check it out. Now I want to answer the questions. What's your advice for LinkedIn? I used to use LinkedIn a lot for my corporate blog. I still haven't leveraged it for my existing business. So not a lot of advice for LinkedIn, honestly. So my past and present bosses, the ones that I have a good relationship with, they're on Facebook. The ones I hated, they're nowhere. They're probably on LinkedIn. Definitely. What calendar app do you use? I use Google Calendar. I'm the least techie person. What about people requesting to join your private page? I let people join if I like them, if we have common friends, and if that person has engaged with me. If someone sends me a friend request and that person is never engaged with me in a group or on my page or anywhere, I don't accept the friend request. But if that person has engaged with me and I remember them engaging with me in a post that I posted, then I'm definitely going to add them, because come on, it's okay. Do you post on your page anything about your group? Yes, on my page, I post about my group periodically. I tell them, do you know I have a group for entrepreneurs, etc., etc. Yes, I post it on my page. Ask people to join me. Evelyn, if we are not friends, I'm really sad. So we should be friends. Can your friend see your post in a closed group she's not a part of? No, she cannot. She can only see a post in a group that she is a part of. How do you suggest to do market research in groups without being scummy? Johnike just joined the lab. Yay! Johnike, thank you so much. I'm so excited to have you. Yay, yay, yay. How do you suggest do market research in groups without being scummy? Tina, my recommendation on this is, and I think, Tina, you're in the lab, right? If you're in the lab, then there is a hack on how to do market research, how to create your marketing and promotion plan. So maybe check that out. But in a short kind of, and I think there's also a script. So if I think you're in the lab, right? Did you sign up for the lab? I remember you said you signed up for the lab. If you did, you can check out that hack. If you're not in the lab, then I will answer that. Any advice for a web designer growing a group to eventually promote building membership site? Absolutely, Lloyd. I would start a membership site that could help people with graphic design at this point, and then later I could transition into membership sites. But right now, you would want to invite anyone who's even remotely interested in graphic design, whether as an entrepreneur or a business owner or as a freelancer. Because when you start your Facebook group, be a little bit more open-minded. In my Facebook group, there are people who I know are working in a 9 to 5. They don't have any businesses of their own, but it's okay. Maybe I will encourage them to start a business, or maybe they want to start a business after retirement. I don't know. So be a little bit more open, invite everyone, and then you can later okay, Tina just joined. Yay! Thank you, Tina. Oh my God. Oh my God. 2 new people joined. Yay! So excited. What should we include on our profile page to encourage people to follow? I don't do anything on my profile page, honestly. Katana, to answer that, I don't do anything, but people still send me friend requests, and then we engage. Some posts, if I'm featured, like for example, when I was featured in Business Insider, I posted that interview and I made it public. But most of my stuff on my Facebook personal page is private. Susan is saying, I finished my book. I'm heading to launch. Should I join the lab now or after launch, especially as I'm waiting for your next sold out launch? Okay, Susan, that's a tough one. If you're looking for something that's an end-to-end program, for a launch, how to go from literally no idea to an actual launch, then sold out launch is what you should wait for. But if you're looking for something that gives you small hacks and tweaks and mini trainings similar to the one that is you're doing sitting right now, or scripts on how to promote, how to get into press, how to send emails to affiliates, if you're looking for those kind of tiny hacks, mini hacks, then we have 57 of those in the lab. So it depends on what you want. How often do you open membership to the lab? Yay, Andrea! I'm so excited to have you. So, Tanuja, to answer that, I used to open membership to the lab every month, but I think it becomes too much. So, I will probably not open it September. I don't think I'm going to open it. So, I probably will open it in another 2 months again. Probably. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't have the answer to this. I used to open it every month, but it just became too much. And I'm traveling throughout September. Okay, excellent. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your attention and your time. I hope this was useful. I hope I could help you out in any way. I hope I did not waste your time. And I'm going to see you tomorrow. Again, my take on how to do affiliate promotions without diluting your brand equity. So if you are worried about affiliate promotions, then this is definitely going to help you. Thank you so much, everyone. I am going to sign off now. I can barely talk. Okay. I think there is a question. Thank you for the super helpful info. Love it. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Andrea. Coming to Australia. Actually, yeah, I might be coming to Australia very soon, Susan. So we might even meet. Yay. Amsterdam. Johnike, thank you so much. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Please put me out of my misery and tell me I'm pronouncing your name right. Please, please tell me. Thank you, Tracy. I still can't pay. Business Savvy Chick, you're on my agenda. I promise I will get you in. Even if no one else gets in, you are getting in. My tech VA just got back. I'm going to ask her to set up a private link for you. It's 5 a.m. Bushra in the morning. Susan, you are so great for being here. Okay. Please tell me I'm pronouncing your name right. Don't laugh at me. Johnike, okay. Thanks so much, Lauren. I love you. Okay. Thanks, Ellie. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Carly. Oh my God, Monica. Love you, babe. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. You didn't tell me, Johnike, whether I pronounced your name right or not. You can butcher it as much. Tell me, put me out of my misery. Tell me if I lips right or not. Okay, I'm just going to close this webinar, not irritate other people, but you got to tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Please tell me. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Again, same fan, same Bushra marinating in her sweat. Signing off. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.